I'm Marieke Van Der Steenhoven, the Special Collections Education and Outreach Librarian for the George J. Mitchell Department of Special Collections and Archives at the Bowdoin College Library. Special Collections and Archives collects, preserves, and makes available unique rare books, manuscripts, historic college collections, and increasingly digital collections. Students, scholars, and all with an interest are invited to explore and learn from these world-class collections through their own research, as well as our varied exhibits, instructional sessions, and public programs. Our rare book collection contains more than 55,000 volumes that range from the earliest printed books, dating to the 15th century, all the way to contemporary artist books. The collection features a wide variety of books in all forms and formats. Some particular strengths include early American imprints, including more than 400 books and pamphlets printed in the state of Maine between 1820 and 1835, documenting the intellectual output of the state's first 15 years. Early American cookery books, books on the Arctic, science, government, history, and literature, as well as book arts, including fine press editions, exemplar bindings, and much more. Our manuscript collections include illuminated medieval manuscripts, as well as the papers of over 300 individuals and organizations. The individuals whose lives and work are documented in our holdings include Kate Furbish, a 19th century Maine botanist, Oliver Otis Howard, Bowdoin class of 1850, who served as a Civil War general and director of the Freedmen's Bureau and was the founder and first president of Howard University, and Senator George J. Mitchell, Bowdoin class of 1954. The College Archives offers materials to help us understand the college's history from the perspective of the trustees and administration, faculty, and student body. Examples of materials you can find in the College Archives include 19th and 20th century student scrapbooks and journals, college catalogs, and administrative reports. Our digital collections represent a range of digitized materials from the College Archives and manuscript holdings, as well as born digital materials. This includes a variety of oral history projects, from the award-winning George J. Mitchell Oral History Project that documents the senator's life from his childhood through 2011, to our ongoing Alumni Oral History Project that seeks to preserve individual stories and reflections on their Bowdoin experience. It's important to note that while the collections at Bowdoin are both broad and deep, Special Collections and Archives, like all archives and special collections libraries, is the creation of human beings who have collected, organized, and described things in ways that reflect personal, cultural, societal, and institutional biases. Although we strive to preserve and present collections in a manner that is respectful to the individuals and communities who create, use, and are represented in the collections, we acknowledge that our systems are neither perfect nor neutral, and that there are gaps or absences in representation. We are committed to reviewing and modifying our descriptive practices, as well as to building inclusive and representative collections. The materials that comprise Special Collections and Archives are described in our library catalog, CBB CAT, as well as in our collection guides and finding aids. You can search for materials by keyword in the search bar on our homepage, or by consulting with an archivist or librarian. Whether you've got a specific document in mind or you're simply interested in exploring our holdings, we are here and happy to help connect you to materials to support your research and curiosity. You can access physical materials in our reading room, located on the 3rd floor of the Hawthorne-Longfellow Library. We ask that you handle collections with clean hands and care, and if you're taking notes, we ask you to use a pencil or your computer or tablet. You can find out more information about our open hours and reading room policies on our website. It's also important to remember that archival research takes time, so be sure to allot yourself ample time to request materials, schedule time to be in the reading room during open hours, and to parse through and read the documents of interest. Depending on the type of materials you're using, you may also want to make space for acclimating to handwritten documents or adjust to the writing style of historic documents. In the course of your research, you may also encounter materials that are restricted. This is not uncommon in archives, where the needs for open access and transparency of researchers are balanced against the right to privacy and confidentiality of records creators. If restrictions are a hindrance to your research, ask us for ideas about how to either seek permission to access these records or find relevant information in secondary or other sources. Another tip for organizing your research is to carefully document the collection ID and call numbers for the materials you're consulting. If you're looking at archival or manuscript collections, make a note or snap a photo of the box and folders you consult. This makes creating citations or retracing your steps much easier. Citing archival material can often be nuanced. We've got a citation guide on our website, but any of our archivists and librarians would be happy to help you format citations. The collections and materials of Bowdoin College's Special Collections and Archives are here for your use, whether that's researching and writing, inspiring a creative endeavor, or simply taking a break from studying to look at something different. We look forward to welcoming you to our reading room and to supporting your access and use of materials. Please be in touch if you have any questions. We're more than happy to help.